Hey, Scruffy. Wow, coming in again. Today is a really nice day. Bet you're going to stay outside. So this is probably going to be the last of the really good days for at least a few more days. Assuming the forecast is correct. So you're actually in my way, Scruffy. I gotta put the food on the table. Picking up the glove. Yeah, I have a hard time getting it on in one hand. Okay, no. Let me sit down. Okay. Looks like you're eager for pets. So maybe there's something in the air, because yeah, I encountered two cats at the park today that wanted petting. So yeah, anyway, yeah. So the weather is supposed to start turning bad tomorrow. It looks like the winds are supposed to pick up probably tomorrow afternoon. So there's actually wind advisories, and then the following 3 days after that have rain clouds in the forecast. The site I went to, fortunately, doesn't show me the hour by hour after I think 2 days, and I have to pay to see more, so I got to find a better website. But it looks like the rain, when it comes in, it's going to be, it says showers, and it's, I think, only for 3 or 4 hours in the afternoon, I think. So I don't know how bad the rains are actually going to be, but the wind actually sounds like it's going to be a bigger problem, possibly. But yeah, today was really nice. So it actually did warm up, though not nearly as much as they predicted. But yeah, it was still noticeably warmer than yesterday. So I really felt like I needed to take advantage of the nice weather and go out and for a run. And I was thinking about going grocery shopping too. I was actually thinking about going even possibly tonight, but I forgot to recharge the battery in my car. So I don't drive enough, so I gotta always remember to get the trickle charger and charge it before I go somewhere. And it's been a while since I've gone anywhere, so I was worried I wouldn't be able to start the car. So I remembered today, but yeah, it's not done recharging. So I am probably not going to go tonight. Since it's not yet going to rain tomorrow, though it is going to be windy, I think I'm going to go tomorrow. So anyway, I did go out for a run, and yeah, it was not a very good run. It's more on me, not the weather. So I haven't had very good runs recently. I think I need a good run to break the curse, I think. Yeah, where's Scruffy going? But yeah, I actually went without long pants today because it did warm up enough for that. I was debating if I needed the sweater. Oh, Scruffy's taking off. Where are you going, Scruffy? Huh. Yeah, the cats I saw today also kind of did that. Must be a cat thing. Not sure what it means. You know, walk out of reach, but still want pets. So yeah, so I brought a sweater, but yeah, I think it was actually too warm for that. So it was actually a little too hot. It wasn't. Yeah, it was. The weather's like right on that cusp. If it had gotten actually as warm as they had predicted, I would not have brought that sweater. But it was kind of in that that cusp zone where you don't know. Like if we had a wind chill, I'd probably need the sweater. But yeah, the wind didn't start yet. But when I was leaving the park, the two cats. So I saw in the field, and the grass has gone. The weeds and grass have grown really tall because of all the rain that we got recently. So I didn't notice them at first, but then suddenly I saw two cats bobbing up and down out of the weeds in the field, and then suddenly, one cat. So one was chasing the other, and the lead cat ran up a tree, and the second cat followed, ran partway up the tree, and then stopped. And then I got a better look, and I saw it was the friendly cat chasing I think it was the black and white youngling. Where are you going, Scruffy? And so I think they were just having fun. And so as I continued to leave the park, the friendly cat was just kind of hanging out next to the tree, and the youngling was in the tree hanging out. Looked like he didn't want to leave. And then the friendly cat noticed me, and I thought the friendly cat would probably want to play with his friend and probably ignore me. But I paused for 1 second just to take a look at the friendly cat, and then suddenly the friendly cat decided he wanted to walk over. So he came through the fields and the weeds, and he came all the way to the sidewalk for me. And then when he hit the sidewalk, he turned around and was looking at the weeds again. So he has this thing about chewing on the weeds, and he seems to be very interested in the weeds for some reason, or the long grass. But when last time, he wanted me to pet him while he was pointing at the weeds, and so today it seemed to be the same thing. So I started petting him. Wasn't sure if I was supposed to, but because he just started playing with the weeds before I started petting him. But I started petting him, and he seemed to be fine with it. And then he would push up his back into my pets, and seemed to enjoy it. And then after, I think probably a couple minutes, the youngling finally decided he wanted a piece of the action. So he climbed down the tree and came over, and then he started walking in front of me, trying to get me to pet him. And then he walked around me and rubbed my leg, and so I had to start using two hands to pet each one. And then youngling had a tendency of walking back and forth, sort of like what Scruffy was doing just a few moments ago, where he walks away from me while I'm petting him. Seems like he wants more pets, but I'm not sure why he walked out of reach. And then, so I tried to get closer to the youngling, and he seemed to be okay with it. But then I have a hard time reaching the friendly cat, who's still pointing at the weeds. And then the youngling would come back, and then occasionally the youngling would just snuggle up against the friendly cat, so just rub heads with the friendly cat, and then rub my leg, and walk back and forth while I'm petting him. And so the youngling, I think he's a little skittish, but when he sees like the friendly cat, it's like okay with something, he wants a piece of the action. And then, the youngling also, he walked away at one point, a little bit out of reach, and then he turned on his belly. So he rolled on his back and exposed his belly. And I wasn't sure if I was supposed to pet his belly or not, but he was out of reach, and I wasn't sure what to do. I made a slow lean towards him, and then by the time I started leaning, he rolled back over and then came over. And then finally, a little bit later, he went out of reach again, rolled on his back, exposing his belly. But at this point, I felt I needed to probably go home. And so I just kind of let him lie there. And so I went on my way. So I'm gonna get Scruffy his food. Ready for food? Okay. Okay. So I think I saw Scruffy on the table this morning. I don't think I got any footage of it. And I don't remember. I don't think I saw him this afternoon. So at lunch, yeah, kind of the same old. I think a little. Now it's like smack in the middle of lunch. I was actually thinking about feeding him early, but that didn't materialize because he was still sleeping on the table. I think when I saw him, and I didn't want to wake him up. And yeah, I had a online thing today, so it was like right in the middle of lunch. So, or it starts like a little before lunch and went into lunch, and then by the time it ended, it'd be like the end of lunch. So I could either feed Scruffy a little early or be on the end of lunch. And so since he was asleep, I fed him when I was done with my online thing. And he seemed. Yeah, I can't remember. I don't think he was. Yeah, there's nothing of particular noteworthiness. I don't think he was extra meowy. It's probably a little more subdued. I think he's been kind of like that recently. Hey, Scruffy. Looks like it's a nice day today. I think it's going to turn tomorrow, but enjoy it while you can. Okay. So Scruffy just threw up. He just started his meal too. So tonight's meal was beefy pate with real ocean whitefish and kibble, and no rotisserie chicken tonight. I put in a little extra kibble because there's no chicken tonight, and I know he's been probably getting a little used to a little extra food, so I put in a little extra kibble. So usually at this point, Scruffy wants to rest, so oh, he's going right back at it. I think he's thinking it over. He's right back at it. So I heated up the pate, and yeah, it was kind of gooey. It's all warm, mixed in with kibble. Balls were there, so I don't know how to slow them down anymore to prevent them from scarfing barfing. I actually, at lunch, I think, yeah, it wasn't, when I poured the kibble down, it wasn't particularly close to the edge of the bowl, base of the bowl, so I think he ate it faster, but he didn't throw up today. So irony. So when I didn't do anything to really safeguard him throwing up, he did fine, and then I think with all the precautions from the dinner, he still threw up. He doesn't seem phased by it. Let's go back to eating. I'll have to give him some extra kibble to make up for the food he threw up. So I'll do that after he's done. Or I don't know, maybe I'll get up early, give him the food. I don't know. I'm actually getting low on my meow mix kibble inside. So I have a separate container I keep inside. I keep the big giant bags out here in a container under the table because they're huge bags. And then when I run out of the little containers in the house, I need to refill them, come out here and get the big storage bin out so I can get the kibble, refill my containers. So I'm going to have to do that soon. I'm almost out of the meow mix. Although I can use the Kirkland stuff. I still got a little more of that. So I'll probably wait till I'm a little lower on the Kirkland stuff and then I'll refill both at the same time. So interesting. Scruffy rather eat his regurgitated food rather than move the balls to get the fresh food. Not what I expect. But yeah, Scruffy doesn't seem to have a problem eating his own regurgitation, so I guess whatever. I'll still get him a little more kibble. So, so my run today, I think I could definitely feel the fatigue in my legs. So I think that was part of the problem. I think I needed a recovery or rest day. So I'm trying to remember what I've done the past 2 days. So yesterday I went for a bike ride, and then I think the prior 2 days, I think it was I first did a long run, which didn't go well, and then I think I did an interval run. And then I don't remember if I had a break day before that. I probably did. But if I didn't, it was probably another bike ride. So I was probably due for a break today, but that's probably why I was feeling the fatigue. So tomorrow is probably a good excuse for me to go grocery shopping because I'm probably not going to go out for a bike ride or a run. Although, because we're going to get the rains the following days, part of me wants to take advantage of the last dry day we're going to get for a while. Although, if the wind's going to pick up, I don't really want to be out on the bike. So I'd have to do another run. And considering my run went so badly today, I don't think I want to do another run. It'd have to be an interval run, I think. So if I'm quick enough, I could do both the grocery shopping and the run. So I need to start working on my taxes. I'm not looking forward to that. I have most of the paperwork, I think. But I remember last year, I spent a lot of wasted time working around a TurboTax problem. And I think, so I know I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have that same problem again. So that I'm really dreading that. Really, really tedious. Scruffy really hates moving those balls. Seems like, yeah, he's really lazy. Rather eat the second-rate food than deal with moving the balls. I used to have a third ball on the ball a long time ago, but yeah, that was. I know. I remember that was. It was hard for Scruffy to deal with the third ball, and I don't think it really helped him from Scarf and barfing that much more than two balls. So ultimately, I said, I'm probably get rid of the third ball. But I don't know. He's been throwing up. Seems like, well, I don't know. I guess it's not more. He's always thrown up. I think it's the lunchtime thing that's throwing me off because yeah, we stopped doing lunch for a long time, so it's one less meal for him to throw up. But yeah, I think percentage-wise, I don't think it's actually changed. So. Okay. I'm gonna move the balls since he's so lazy. So I read one of the reasons cats vomit is because their esophagus is pretty much horizontal when they're eating, so the gravity doesn't help get the food down. So I'm thinking, I wonder if they had like a bench and they put the food bowl on top of the bench and they'd have to jump up with their front legs to get into the bowl, but their hind legs are on the ground. I wonder if that would solve the scarf and barf problem. So I'll probably get a little more kibble, so I'm going to go inside and clean up the bowls, and I'll probably put the kibble on the plate. course, if he leaves, I don't know if he's going to see it, but I guess I'll be back. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.